start the outside.
Playoff cut race here in the Truck Series here at New Hampshire. We're going to go green with 43 laps to go in the Tricon Toyotas. Of Corey Heim and Gio on the front row.
Up in that top 5. Keep an eye on him.
Pace car pulls off, heading to the restart zone. Heim on the outside, Gio on the inside. Green flag, we're back underway at New Hampshire. It's an even restart between the two leaders. Dead even in the one, maybe a little bit of nose of a head to Heim, but he's going to be fully clear. Off of turn number 2, Corey Heim back to the lead here at New Hampshire. And Gio into second.
Clear Chandler Smith. It didn't work out for him.
Back straight away, the front row boys side by side. Honeycutt gives a push to Chandler. He'll take third, and he's looking for second. He's right next to Gio. And travel. Ben Rhodes, Tony, Matt Crafton, big crash in turn 3. Caution's out.
Man, we just talked about Tony getting back on the
Andres
lead.
Perez, who was leading for a while, he's around.
47 laps.
Big damage to Matt Crafton and Tony Breidinger.
Heavy impacts to these trucks. We see the fluid out of Tony's truck going everywhere. That means the radiator's obviously knocked out of it. And
she got turned head on into that wall, looks like, Regan.
Ooh.
Look at that mess.
A lot of destroyed trucks
was 23rd
here.
at the time. Michael, you mentioned she had.
Matt Crafton still doesn't have the window net down.
And Matt Crafton.
Ben Rhodes drove it back to the pits. He is destroyed.
We talked about the restarts. We've talked about them repeatedly, and you said the Hornet's Nest, Regan. And
a lot of right front damage on the 99.
When you stir one up.
Andres Perez looks fine. Looks like he just got kicked sideways.
Looks like maybe it happened after the initial incident, and as
he's back going, he doesn't have any damage on his truck from the accident.
So
there is a little left front damage from contact he had earlier in the race. Matt Crafton's out of the car, heavy left front damage.
Try and get back up there to complete off what was a good run early on.
Yeah, very competitive truck today for Andres. Good to see that young racer have his
Matt Crafton
time to shine.
And oh boy, Tony taking a long time getting out of her truck. She took a big hit.
Oh wow.
Oh boy, oh boy. Ooh, big hit.
Hard impact straight on for Tony Breidinger. She's out, thumbs up to the crowd.
Tony climbed out, she's all good.
You don't see Tony wrecked very often.
No, that's right. Let's see if we can see. It looked like she just got turned. I don't know if they were 3 wide.
She was on the bottom
big
of 3
hit.
wide as they come in.
Yeah, she's on the bottom.
Top of the screen and actually
Crafton,
almost looked like
they squeezed together between Crafton, Rhodes, and Tony, and
was Ben trying to get between them? And maybe
man, big hit. Tony's up in the air. Crafton squeezed into the wall. Ben Rhodes, and it looked like Perez was to the inside of Blake Lothian all the way on the apron. They might have made contact, and the 44 went around.
It didn't end like this one did, but unfortunately, just hooked her all the way around.
Big hit for Crafton, Rhodes, and Breidinger. And we'll be right back from New Hampshire after a massive crash in turn 3.
This is the minutes all about the championship.
We're back.
Race.
4 races to go after this race in the Truck Series season.
Forward to that.
Rollville, Talladega, Martinsville make up the round of 8 in the playoffs, and then Phoenix. So, Heim, Lane, Majeski, Hemrick, all have advanced. Heim and Lane on wins, Majeski and Hemrick on points. Grant, 20 points ahead of the cut. Then Honeycutt and Ankrum tied at 17 above the cut. And Rajah sits 9 points above the cut line on the bubble to Chandler.
Today, Bono, how well are you breathing right now?
Well, not good yet. I can promise you that. But you know, our only race today was the couple guys were racing and keeping an eye on the 38 for sure. You know, watched his race back from last year at the Xfinity, and he ran well, and he's running well here. If he wins, we're out, basically. So we gained on the 52. That would be our next guy, but still, all we're racing really is a 38.
Well, hopefully we'll see you breathing better at the end of this.
I didn't hear a word you said.
I said hopefully we'll see you breathing better at the end of this.
Oh, yeah. No, that'd be great. So Raj's been doing a great job, Chevy, and this Hendricks Cars.com. It's been really good. So, yeah. It's just a little old car race up here in beautiful weather, New Hampshire. So,
good luck.
Thanks.
Beautiful weather.
So much that they're keeping track of. I love that he said they watched Chandler's race back from last year.
And Regan, we talk about the things we look at, the things we're thinking about. He's got
I'll watch film in this
business.
business.
Things at this point. He knows he's got to watch what the 38 does, and he knows he just needs to maintain. That's a great feeling knowing
Top
that,
10 at the
what you
moment.
gotta
Heim
do, you
leading,
can only
then
control
Gio,
half of it.
Tricon 1-2, Chandler 3rd, Honeycutt 4th, Lane 5th,
Caitlin.
Grant 6th.
Well, another driver who's made things pretty simple is Gio Ruggiero. Jeremy Donnelly, crew chief for him, is with me now. What's impressed you most about Gio's performance today?
Well, he's done a really good job with his racecraft. I mean, it's a really tough place to pass. And he's kept his cool there. You know, he could have moved the 44 out of the way a couple times, and he just did a really good job searching around. So it's a home race for him. He's put a lot of stress on himself, a lot of pressure on himself to perform today, but he's done a really good job showing up for his family and friends.
Good luck the rest of the way.
A lot of those fans in the stands behind him and the
Had some
campers
pit stops just then.
in
Jake
Hampshire
Garcia
are
was
big,
one of them.
Gio
He's
supporters,
last
and
in the
I'm glad
playoff
he's given them something to
standings.
cheer about.
Yeah, that team
15
has been
plus
on it
points
today
out. I think
as
17
well.
officially.
Well, it's a full
Free
day
pass
of
for
college
Andres
football.
Perez,
It's on
but
Fox.
Garcia
Bill
hits.
Belichick leads North Carolina against UCF at 3:30 Eastern. Then at 7:30, Arizona State takes on Baylor, followed by a Big Ten battle between Michigan State and USC. That's all on Fox. Back here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Laps are dwindling on this beautiful day. We've had a lot of action, guys. We have 36 laps to go. We've been under caution 8 different times. Corey Heim leads, but there's a lot
So
of
Corey
unfinished
LaJoy
business
7th, Ty
as we talk
Majeski
about this
8th,
being
Tyler
the
Ankrum
cutoff
9th,
for the
and
first round of
Dawson
the playoffs.
rounds out your top 10.
And
Really
we
good
showed
run
a
today by
moment ago
him.
The next round of the playoffs, Jamie, how exciting it's going to be. And I'm still sitting here thinking right now, there's a few guys that have to find their way through this round. A lot can still go wrong today, you know, in terms of points. And even if you're Caden Honeycutt or Tyler Ankrum, you don't want to really let your guard down right now, because you could lose a chunk of points very quickly if you're not careful.
Yeah, because of the restarts. We've seen it all day long, just all over one another. This seems to be a benign 1 mile track, but it isn't. It's all about just full contact racing. And then the next round, I mean, you've got the biggest, fastest track, the tightest, smallest track, and then throw a road course in there between them.
Just why not, right? We'll throw a road course into that as well.
That's the only way that makes sense, you know? Let's have one of those in there too.
A lot to look forward to.
No doubt.
Gonna be
It's been
chaos.
a great season.
Gonna be chaos.
See the different skill sets rise to the top.
That's what NASCAR wants,
Turn
chaos.
left and right. 2 weeks at Charlotte, the Roval.
I think Rajah just needs to maybe give an extra half a truck length to people, but if you do that, Regan, a lot of times you get used up and you wind up wrecking anyway. It's just so hard to figure out how to go about surviving.
And if these restarts aren't tough enough, Michael, take a look at what we got down in turn 3 and 4 right now.
Oh, boy.
Just a little bit of
Well,
speed
after that
drive
wreck,
we're
looks
gonna
like we
have
got
to go
Myrtle
through.
Beach down in
You know,
3
when
and
there's
4 with
speedy
all the
drive, there
speed
was once
drive.
oil, the track teams do a great job of cleaning that up, but it still gets in the driver's head when you get down to that corner.
And you know what? Those
Yeah, there's a
spotters
lot
are
of
burning
cracks
up
on the
those radios
racetrack
right
over
now.
there in
Just be
turn
ready
3.
for the speedy drive down in turn 3.
Probably gonna be a repave of this place here soon.
You see the choose here.
All right,
Down
choose
the
cone.
last one, Gio Ruggiero choosing
Heim to the outside, Gio to the inside of the front row. That's the front row, boys. Chandler and Lane, row 2. Honeycutt LaJoy, then Grant Majeski, and Ankrum and Dawson round out your top 10.
But did a nice job.
We're gonna go green with 33 laps to go.
Off of turn 2. That could be a big moment in Chandler Smith's race. He wants to be on the bumper of Corey Heim to have that opportunity to win after this restart.
We heard his crew chief talk about that 38 truck wins this race. Rajah is out. Keep your eye on Chandler Smith. He's gotten it done twice this season.
33 to go.
Pace car pulls off.
Pace car pulls off. Heim on the outside, Gio on the inside. Restart zone, we're there, we're green at New Hampshire again. And a good restart for Gio. Heim gets a better push though from Chandler. Into 1. Heim dives in. He's all clear out front. Side by side for second.
Riggs right there on the inside, trying to pick up that spot.
Off of 2. Chandler to the outside of Gio.
Chandler hung tough.
Dead even.
Regan, just like you said.
Chandler clears Gio into second. He must win to make the playoffs at this point. Now Lane into the outside of Gio for 3rd.
See his teammate in the 34 lane Riggs getting to the outside.
And a bunch of side-by-side racing in the back.
There's Rajah.
Big run for Rajah. He moves up into the top 10. Looking for more. He dives to the inside of Ankrum into 1 for 9th.
Very aggressive. A little bit fresher tires.
That's a battle for 9. Michael.
Full send for the 71 on fresher tires. Made a strategy call at the end of stage 2.
One thing is, as we see him lose his
Then
spot
took
right now,
4.
but been gaining spots. The one
Trying to
thing
make
he's
up
gotta
some
have
ground as he
is
battles
what
Ankrum
is going on with Chandler
for the
Smith
9th
up
spot.
front.
Fellow
Otherwise, he can
playoff
stay
drivers.
where he's at and be good today.
Rajah in 10th right there as he battles another couple playoff drivers.
31 to go, and the 38 of Chandler is closing in for the lead. A win by the 38 would knock the 71 out.
Just as I say that, Heim puts the hammer down 0.3 of a second over the 38.
Rajah Ankrum still battling hard into turn 3 for 9th.
To go right here. Chandler Smith is going to be driving every one of these laps like a qualifying lap, and again, the
Rajah right there trying to clear Ankrum. He can't.
We rarely see him.
Ankrum pulls down the front stretch. They'll go into one. Side by side, Rajah hanging on the quarter panel. He gets a little loose. He hits Tyler Ankrum. Slides up the track and loses 2 spots.
But Lane Riggs was the fastest truck on the track. He put about 1/10 of a second.
Everyone keeps it straight for now. Rajah down to 12th.
Got a little bit testy there for Rajah.
Majeski passes Ankrum for 9th. And now Eckes working on him. And a truck heading to pit road. It's Bailey Curry. He was in the top 10. He's got a flat left front.
This is what we were talking about. Rajah trying to stay on the bottom. Looks like it slips up on him a little bit there. Regan, he gets sideways.
And that he was loose even really before he got all the way loaded up and into the corner there on entry. And it happens so frequently here, right? We've seen it numerous times today.
29 to go. Corey Heim looking for win number 10 of this amazing 2025 season.
Look at Christopher Jr. right there hanging in that 12th spot.
Battle for 10th, or that's 9th actually, because Curry pitted. Eckes to the inside of Ankrum. He slots in the 9th place.
Fella right now, overseeing
Ankrum looking to cross over.
Great job.
Cannot do it.
Michael Christopher Jr., 26 years old.
Now the 71.
He might be back in the truck.
Heading dead ahead. Heading for the 18, but here's the 62 of the rookie Michael Christopher Jr., a modified driver, having a really great run today. It's Stuart Friesen's second entry.
Start giving people some space, wouldn't you say, Regan?
If I'm spotter Eddie DeHunt or Crisciano Manning, I'm reminding him of the situation right now, and maybe if you're driving at 110%.
Michael Christopher Jr. is having a really great day.
Let's just be smart for these.
Was in the top 10 earlier. And speaking of Stuart Friesen's truck, Caden Honeycutt. Corey LaJoy side by side for 6th. LaJoy looking to the inside of Honeycutt, but he pulls around the outside and takes 6th spot back.
We've watched him sort of make his way slowly through the field after getting
And Ty Majeski passed Tyler Ankrum, and he got up out of there. Already has pole the second on 9th place, which is now Christian Eckes, and Ankrum is dropping spots. Here's Rajah to his inside.
Well, let's try this again.
Tyler Ankrum wants to take that spot back from Rajah Carew.
Into 3, the yo-yo effect between these two. Still going on. Rajah on the inside. Ankrum dead even with him. Now Ankrum pulling down the outside on the front stretch. In the 1, dead even with Mike Christopher Jr. watching, having the best seat in the house. Rajah slides up in front of Ankrum, clears him. Ankrum's going to cross him over. Side by side again. Ankrum has to fall back in line. Still looking a little bit. And Rajah is clear, and he's into the top 10, and Mike Christopher Jr. to the inside of Ankrum. Contact between Christopher Jr. and Ankrum. Down the front stretch, heading into turn 1. They're dead even. Christopher Jr. on the bottom. Ankrum on the outside. And Michael Christopher Jr. moves up into 11th place. What a run he is having today. Oh, Ankrum's going to cross him back. Not so fast. Ankrum back to his inside. Into turn 3, and Tyler Ankrum is going to complete the pass. He goes back into 11th. But Michael Christopher Jr. looking back to his inside. He crosses over.
Especially when you can battle right around the top 10, of course, just
This is incredible racing.
12, but when you can battle around drivers that are
23 to go. Back into turn 1. Anchor with a nose ahead. Christopher Jr. still on his inside. Hooking the blue line. Dead even off of turn 2. Ankrum got a better run through the middle of 2. And he's long clear before they enter turn 3.
Listening to him in an interview after practice yesterday, he said, I thought I was going to be better than this. It was really, the frustration and how much confidence you have in yourself. And it just, you look at the scoring pile on, you're 26, you're like, I'm better
22
than
laps
that.
to go, and Tyler Ankrum has
But he's proven it
grabbed
again.
another gear and gotten away from Michael
I love
Christopher
this
Jr.
offense. We've never been in a truck before, and he's like, why are we this
Making
far
his
back?
Truck
I
Series
expected to be
debut, and
much
he's
better.
running 12th.
But he's racing so well. Just looking like a veteran out there.
Look at the trucks he's ahead of. Daniel Hemrick right there.
Jake Garcia, haven't mentioned him. He fell off earlier, back in 17th. He's in that final spot in the playoffs of 10th, 26 points back.
Jake Garcia, a must-win spot, 26 points back. He's going to make a pass on Brett for 16th. They're side by side going into turn 1.
Unfortunately, it has not stayed.
And it looks like Garcia has gotten ahead.
Corey Heim's had another
Here's
one of
Corey
those
Heim,
days. He's led
all alone out in front,
103
1.3 seconds ahead of
laps
Chandler,
and counting.
with 20 laps
As
to
he
go.
crosses the line, we've reached our Craftsman. 20 laps to go.
Heim running the inside,
Swept both stages today.
has had the dominant truck yet again.
He's led in every
Won
single
every
race
stage
this year.
today.
This is the 21st
Has
race of
led
the season.
every race this year.
And Corey has done a really nice job today in a couple of situations. Think back to the
Looking for,
to
I
the start
believe,
of
is
stage
win
2.
number 9, actually, not win
Back in
10.
Traffic restarted 14th and did a nice job of saying, okay.
But he's
I'm gonna
running
get
pretty
the
good.
bottom
Gap up to
and get myself
1.4
out
seconds on the
to
38
try
of
and get my
Chandler.
guys and gain track position back as quick as I can. He did that.
It's been a really good
Check that
performance
box.
today for
He's doing everything
Tricon
that he needs to, but we
and
come
front
to
row,
expect that out of
as
this
the
year
top
and
4 are all
as well.
Tricon and front row trucks.
Just continuing to show why he is the favorite in this championship.
And Chandler Smith is looking at every move he makes and saying, come on, man, slip a wheel. Let me see that back end get hung out a little bit, because he is pacing right on track, lap after lap with Corey Heim.
18 to go. There is some traffic up ahead of the leaders,
One lap, one of them's the quickest. The next lap, the next one, Michael.
but we'll see.
It just got to be frustrating for Chandler to be able
As
to
we're
see
watching
that
Lane
character
go
put up
through
there
1 and
Jake
2,
Garcia
running
and
in third.
His teammate Lane Riggs, as we showed. doing a
Now
great
back
job
to
still
Corey
in
Heim, who
third.
enters turn
All I
3.
think Chandler Smith can do right now, as long as Rajah stays where he is win the race. And he's
Still,
gotta get around
a
Corey
gap
Heim to
around
do it. And why is
1.4
that?
seconds.
Because the
Chandler
first two
gaining a little
races of
bit.
this
Now he's going
round,
to lose some time.
Chandler Smith
And it's up
finished
to 1.5
third,
seconds
so he
between
had
Heim
no
and
hole to
Chandler.
dig out of. He has done everything he possibly can to this point.
And
17
then,
laps
the
to go.
challenges to this playoff format, Jamie, is if you do have two problems, right? We had the issues at Darlington with the wall and having some contact there, and then compound that with the issues last week with the ECU and the problems they had at Bristol with that and fast trucks.
Chandler's
both
had
times
one of
he
the
had those
best
problems, and I think a lot of
seasons
people would say
this year.
is probably one of the
And he's
more
below the cut
fastest
line
trucks
after
in the
2
field
rough
on
races
any
to begin the
given weekend,
playoffs.
and
10
just
points
that's why
below
it's
the
so
cut
tough
line.
to
He
win
has to win.
See the playoff
And he runs in
standings as they
second.
run right now. Chandler Smith
1.5 seconds behind the best truck all day and all year, Corey Heim, the championship favorite.
Rajah back there in the 10th spot.
16 laps to go as they run through 3 and 4. We're on board with Rajah.
Just log 16. I was just going to say, let's just log 16 more laps and we're going to be on to the next round.
And that's exactly what I want to hear from the spotter in that moment. As a driver, I want to hear him reminding me, just keep it clean. You see the gap that he's got out front, roughly about a second and a half gap behind him, so nobody to worry about behind you. And the 71 truck.
Rajah a little bit behind Christian Eckes, who's the first truck in front of him.
Restart, do we? That's what Rajah's
About
thinking.
half a second behind him right now.
Carew,
They
the
both run the
23-year-old
middle
out of
line through
Washington,
3 and
DC.
4.
Got his second career win earlier this
14
season.
laps to go, and Rajah hangs the back end out off of 4. Really sideways.
Go for the
Woo.
championship.
And if the team's watching on the pit box, as we know that they are, they're thinking a little bit less of that, Rajah. We don't want any more of that right now.
The spotters on would come in and say, did you hear me? Let's take it easy.
Meanwhile, up front, Corey Heim continues to lead by a second and a half over Chandler.
Now we're back
Smith.
watching the
Chandler
Safe Light
just out of
Toyota
the
dominating the
time,
race
making a
again.
winning
Corey
ground
Heim,
on 11 truck.
whose gap is starting to decrease. Chandler's down to 1.3 seconds. Now it's back up to 1.5.
Short run speed, but was worried about the long run. I think think.
So the 38 and the 11 seem to just be about even at this point. Maybe a little bit better, a little bit more of an advantage to Chandler because Corey Heim is catching traffic. So maybe he's getting into that dirty air. But he's not gaining enough time to where he can catch Corey Heim and win his way back into this playoff chase. 12 laps to go for Heim. First lap truck that he will catch, I believe, it's Matt Mills. And these trucks, they look so similar, man.
Don't give him the opportunity to do anything you don't want him to do.
Matt Mills and Jack Wood just in front of Corey Heim.
Knocked about a tenth of a second out of that lead. So
with 11 laps to go.
This deficit.
And will these trucks get out of the way of Corey Heim, or will they be in his way? They'll just move high. Heim to the inside, and he gets around both of them. Matt Mills now on the back bumper of Jack Wood. Mills looking to the inside of Wood. They're going to be side by side in front of Chandler going into turn 3. This is not what he needs. Mills moves up. Chandler nearly hits Jack Wood. And now Chandler's ahead. Probably really hot under the collar right now as there's 10 to go and he's losing time. 1.6 seconds now, the gap between the top two.
4 more will join them here in 10 laps. Now Garcia looks at this point like he's not going to advance, but hats off to him, to his team at Thor Sport, making his first playoffs in his second year with the team.
Just did such a nice
9 laps to go.
To put themselves in position to make sure they battle their way into the
Heim
playoffs. And,
in the 1 on the bottom.
Jake will learn, and certainly not over right now.
Chandler has the gap under 1.4, but now it's back up above 1.5.
Second off that lead. Chandler Smith.
So it just seems like they're just too even right now for Chandler to have a chance. But more lap traffic in front of the 11. 3 trucks, including a Tricon Toyota of Tanner Gray. Or, I'm sorry, that's not Tanner Gray. It looked like him, but it's Spencer Boyd. 8 to go, and the gap's 1.2 seconds now. Chandler with a little bit of a gain right there that lap.
I could just get a little bit closer. I could maybe make some magic happen here.
Oh, you see his crew chief just hoping.
And his crew chief just praying right now.
But what this team has done this
for the 38 crew.
So last minute,
7 laps to go. 1.2 seconds.
Before Daytona, so put your team together. They interviewed about 20 different crew chiefs.
3/10 off the lead that time by.
He's closing the gap.
And he knows
7 to go. Heim's in traffic. John Leonard, Chandler's crew chief, watching on as he's about to lap Spencer Boyd. And the gap is getting closer. Heim had trouble with the lappers. Chandler is under a second. It's 0.8 of a second with 7 laps to go. Lap truck in between the 11 and the 38. That is Blake Lothian. He's running 20th. Lothian's looking to maybe go high. No, he runs straight in the middle. And that's going to hurt Chandler. Gap's already above a second again. 6 to go and more traffic in front of Heim. Into 3. Chandler on the bottom. Heim to the inside of Mason Massey, the last truck on the lead lap. He's going to pass him as they come off of 5 laps to go at New Hampshire.
Try to get it done here. He's got to beat Corey Heim if he wants a chance to advance.
Gap's now back under a second. Chandler's starting to gain on him, but is it too little too late? 0.9 of a second is the gap. Into turn 3. The 38 underneath the 20 of Massey. He's clear. And now there's no trucks in between first and second place for the moment, as Bailey stands right in front of Corey Heim. 4 laps to go.
3/4 of a second, Michael. It just keeps getting some chunks out of that lead.
Into 1. Chandler is closing. 0.7 of a second. Can the 38 muster up a charge? Gets really close to the wall off of turn 2. Into 3, the 38 dives it in. Heim having trouble getting to the 45 of Curry. 3 laps to go at New Hampshire.
What a great day for
Corey Heim getting close to Bailey. They dive into 1. Chandler right there as well. Then Lane and Gio. This might be a battle for third. Gio is catching Lane. Heim to the inside of Bailey. Can he clear him?
But all eyes are on these two.
He does. Bailey now goes a lap down. He's the first truck 1 lap down in case we get a yellow in this next mile. 2 laps to go in New Hampshire. 9/10 of a second the gap, and Chandler letting the rear end hang on out. Trying all he can to catch that 11.
2 laps and clear sailing, and from his perspective, that's a
Chandler to the inside of Bailey.
Again, you talked about clearing that
They're side by side, but Corey Heim all alone out in front. 9/10 of a second the gap as they work into turn 3 and off of turn 4.
How hard is this?
White flag in the air. One more time around at New Hampshire. Can Corey Heim get another win this year? He's been the best truck all day. He's been the best truck all year. And now in the playoffs, he's been the best truck thus far. The championship favorite, Corey Heim, looking to score his 2nd win of the playoffs and his 9th this year. He's through turn 3. He's in turn 4. It's more Heim magic at the Magic Mile. Corey Heim wins at New Hampshire.
He ties the all-time wins record at 9.
And the all-time wins record has been tied. Corey Heim wins his 9th race of the year. He ties the Biff, Greg Biffle, with 9 wins in the year. And there's still 4 races to go. Heim can get to double digits and break the record. But the 38 of Chandler Smith, the 13 of Jake Garcia have been eliminated from the playoffs.
Agony and defeat for that man right there.
What a year it has been for that number 11 Safe Light Toyota of Tricon Garage. Corey Heim, Scott Cipodelli, and that whole crew.
Fortunately, they'll be thinking about what could have
See y'all
been
later.
based on the
RB
first
out.
2 races of
Peace.
this round, just how much different